what I want to move to is my favourite story, I think, in showbiz this year. The Justin Baldoni war with Blake Lively, which seems to me, initially I felt quite sorry for Blake Lively. Then I've been reading all the messages between them all, and which he's been putting out, obviously. And it just seems like a pair of absolute weapons-grade narcissists.
Are you going to sue Blake Lively too?
Into oblivion, Megan. Wait till you see this lawsuit.
Oh boy. Well, for what?
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon.
A surprising claim has come from British journalist Piers Morgan, suggesting that actress Blake Lively might testify against her husband, Ryan Reynolds, in an upcoming court case. While details about the case remain scarce, Morgan's statement has shocked the entertainment world. Fans and industry watchers are now left wondering about the truth behind these allegations and whether it could lead to a major scandal for the popular Hollywood couple. Next Voice 2. We Are the End of It, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling 2016 book, dives into the serious issues of domestic violence and abuse. In the film, Blake Lively plays...
Now, spray gunning each other with as much dirt as they could possibly do, having spewed lovey-dovey stuff to each other for months on end. I'm going to get critical drink here. This is in your world. But, I thought it was a great film. I got to say, I've not been to the cinema and actually sat through a movie and been as quiet and as attentive as I was to that in a long time. I thought it was very, very well done. A, do you agree? And B, what do you make of these two now just trying to destroy each other in public?
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't speak to that.
It's really good, honestly. I highly recommend it. I thought it was great. And they're both great in it,
drama. Yeah, I mean, as for the drama between them, like, if what he's alleging is true, she sounds like an absolute nightmare.
We Are the End of It, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling 2016 book, dives into the serious issues of domestic violence and abuse. In the film, Blake Lively plays Lily, a woman trapped in a toxic relationship with Lex Bloom, a commercial figure. The movie highlights the painful consequences of the sensitive topic at its core.
Story that covers domestic violence, but it's not about domestic violence. It's about this.
Let's talk about the way that Blake Lively has been promoting It Ends With Us and how it's problematic, especially for a movie about domestic violence. So you might have seen this promo video. It's still on the It Ends With Us TikTok account. And in this video, she is sitting next to, I believe, Colleen Hoover. And she tells the viewer to grab your friends, wear your florals, and go see the movie, implying this is a lighthearted movie, rom-com, chick flick, and it most definitely is not. Full disclosure, I haven't seen the movie yet. I've seen a lot of TikToks about the movie, and I've heard that the movie itself and the domestic violence portrayed within it drew audible gasps within the movie theaters and then sobs from people as well. So marketing it as this is irresponsible. Her character's name in the film is Lily Bloom, and she has been wearing a floral. Critique here would be that it's not about you.
You don't often see messy women in film. I feel like this is a film that's important to be made because just as an actor, I'm not often given the opportunity to tell the story of a woman that really experiences the entire spectrum of female experience or any human experience, like when you experience pain or trauma or darkness or sadness, that's your character. Or if you're light and levity and love and joy and hope, then that's your character. You don't often see a woman that gets to be so multifaceted because you don't often see messy women in film. And so to be able to be a woman who's contradicting herself, but yet it makes complete sense, and seeing the messiness of the human experience, I think is a beautiful thing to see because it makes people feel seen and not alone. And I know that's how I felt when I read Lily.
However, Blake Lively's promotional efforts for the film have faced some backlash. Critics argue that certain marketing strategies, like the release of a hair care line and themed drinks such as Re-You-Wait, named after a controversial character, seemed more focused on making a profit than honoring the serious themes of the film. This has led to discussions about whether such promotions truly respect the movie's message, or if they prioritize.
So when they were filming It Ends With Us in front of my parents' place, I can't really speak to the entire movie, but specifically for this one scene, the only time that we did see her was like specifically when she was filming. I want to say she pulled up like 10 minutes before shooting, discussed a little bit, and then the cameras were rolling, and then pretty quickly cleared out. But I honestly don't know how much interaction she had with bystanders. There were a lot of people who wanted autographs, or like a photo, or get their book signed, but they blocked off basically the entire block during the time of filming. So I'm not sure about how any of her interactions went, if there were any at all, but I will say she did draw a big.
In December 2024, the conflict between Lively and Baldoni began when Lively took legal action. She accused Baldoni of misconduct on set, citing inappropriate behavior like asking personal questions and acting unprofessionally during filming. Next, Voice 5. In response, Baldoni filed a countersuit, accusing Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, of libel and attempting to damage his career. The ongoing legal battle has...
Now, Baldoni's lawsuit is 179 pages, so in case you don't have time to read through it all, I want to read you a direct quote from the complaint that essentially summarizes everything that Baldoni is alleging. He says, Lively wields immense power as one of the world's best-known celebrities. She set out to destroy plaintiffs' livelihoods and businesses if they did not bend to her incessant demands, and when they refused to give way, she did exactly that, accusing them of foul and reprehensible misconduct. Now, I reached out to Baldoni's attorney, who tells me that they have copious amounts of text messages and emails and other evidence that they say proves that Baldoni did nothing wrong. I reached out to a representative for Blake and Ryan. They have not responded yet.
We're going to be talking all things Blake Lively and her legal complaint that she's filed against her It Ends With Us co-star, Justin Baldoni. Yes, the It Ends With Us movie drama does in fact not end. What's interesting about this story to me is the Justin Baldoni of it all. He is a self-proclaimed male feminist. He's woke. He speaks out against sexual assault and sexual harassment, even toxic masculinity. And now in this legal complaint filed by Blake Lively, he's being accused of sexual harassment.
I challenge you to see if you can use the same qualities that you feel make you a man to go deeper into yourself. And will you be man enough to stand up to other men when you hear locker room talk, when you hear stories of sexual harassment, when you hear your boys talking about grabbing ass or getting her drunk? Will you actually stand up and do something so that one day we don't have to live in a world where a woman has to risk everything and come forward to say the words "me too"?
This is going to be really awkward if these allegations are true. I will say, just for the record, I'm not a fan of either of these individuals, and something about both of them rubs me the wrong.
In response, Baldoni filed a countersuit, accusing Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, of libel and attempting to damage his career. The ongoing legal battle has grabbed public attention and sparked discussions about workplace ethics in the entertainment industry, as well as the challenges faced by those who speak out against famous individuals. Next, Voice 6. The legal dispute has also brought Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds.
Justin Baldoni is now involving Taylor Swift in his lawsuit against Blake Lively. So Justin Baldoni is suing Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicists for over $400 million for all the It Ends With Us drama. Now he's name-dropping Taylor Swift, Blake's bestie, in the mix. Thankfully, Taylor Swift is not being sued, but she's mentioned in his 179-page paper complaint. And he's alleging that Taylor's fame was used to pressure him during production. And it really all stems from this penthouse situation where Blake and Ryan live. Apparently, there was a meeting there with all of them, and Taylor Swift was actually present, and Blake ended up rewriting one of the scenes. And even after the meeting was over, Baldoni texted Blake this, saying, "I gotta put my glasses on for this one. The font is too small. Also was working on the rooftop scene today. Really love what you did. Makes it so much more fun and interesting, and I would have felt the same way without Ryan and Taylor."
This was a sinister PR move. Blake Lively then moved 11 days later to file a lawsuit. So now she has filed a lawsuit, and I don't think she ever wanted to do this. I think she genuinely wanted this to be a PR move, and she wanted to leak it to the New York Times. She thought the public would take her side with no questions asked. And instead the public is saying, no, we have a few questions here. And Justin Baldoni is going all the way to the wall on this. His lawyer is already giving interviews explaining just how nasty her team has played this. The lawyer's name is Brian Friedman. He stopped by the Megyn Kelly show, and here's some of the things that he had to say. First, he says there used to never be a sexual claim. There never was a sexual claim until she went to that civil rights office. Take a listen.
There was actually no allegation the harassment until the lawsuit was.
The legal dispute has also brought Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, into the mix. Baldoni claims that Reynolds initially praised him at the end of filming and even sent supportive messages. However, when Reynolds reportedly tried to take charge of the film and rewrite it, Baldoni pushed back. This refusal, according to Baldoni, led to harm, with Reynolds joining Lively and opposing him, further complicating the professional relationships between everyone involved. Next, Voice 7.
Ryan Reynolds is backing his wife Blake Lively 100%, but his claims on Justin Baldoni are being proved false where Justin Baldoni just exposed him. And in 2024, doing the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds introduced the character of Nice Pool, saying it was his own creation. The character of Nice Pool had one interesting line where he was talking about the character Lady Deadpool, which was voiced by Blake Lively, saying she just had a baby but still looks good. And because of that, Blake Lively said ends with us.
Lively's demand for 2 years of Baldoni's records suggests she may not have solid proof yet. If she did, she would likely focus on the 2 months leading up to the lawsuit. Asking for such a long period raises the possibility that there may be troubling evidence, as people often use their phones in ways that could support her claims.